Okay, I've got all of my parts fitted. Alright, hopefully things hold up. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, soundtrack's a bit quiet. So yeah, it was like $10. I picked up the whole set. I have all the soundtracks now. Yeah, this one was like $1. You know. Well, nice if you have 2-siders. It would be a decent night for a beer if I didn't have to take meds. So, yeah, I've had trouble with allergies all day. It took 2 hours, almost 4 hours, I should say, combined. And it took us like 4 hours combined to get my allergy meds to work. So I'm not sleepy, but I am like dried out now. So, but I took it around like 4 o'clock. No, I took around 2. I took one at 1 and then one at 2. So it'll theoretically be wearing out for the next hour. So hopefully it holds up a little bit longer than that. Alright, sometimes shit's all fucked up. Yep, pretty much. It's a lot of fun, and by that I mean not at all. So yeah, if I end up honking a bunch tonight, that's why. It's been a real bad day on that front. I also did a bunch of back-end stuff for stream. I changed some credential information. I changed the offline screen to actually say Fridays and Sundays instead of Wednesdays and Fridays. Since I haven't been doing that in like 6 years. I've caught up the stream archive for the most part. I fucked up Metroid, so... But otherwise, I've managed to solve most of everything else. So yeah, I did a bunch of that. I added the Blue Sky feed to the Twitch page, etc., etc. So yeah, I did a bunch of things I needed to do that I just put off for like 6 months to 6 years. So I've had to redo that. I've also had to like relink my Twitch account to everything because apparently there's a fun little bug in their system where if you load up any of the help or help pages for Twitch, it makes you log back in. So, and that delinks all of your accounts. So I've had fun figuring out why I didn't get any of the Twitch rewards out of nowhere. Yeah, because I was like, I should have like a ribbon and a thing, right? And I do not have that. So, that should be fixed. It also means I had to redo it on Streamlabs. So that's also another round of fun. The big thing is, it looks like somebody like a couple months ago, like right after I stopped looking. Again, funny that this has happened literally twice recently, like since the year started. Yeah, I did the swap on Linux. I can technically officially move to Linux, like, properly soon. Because, somebody actually put out a driver for the capture card I use. So, I'm going to be giving that a spin this weekend and seeing how that goes. Because, yeah, that is one of the biggest reasons I haven't done, like, the primary switch from Windows, because there's no Linux driver for the capture card. Which means if I don't use Windows, I have a $300 piece of a paperweight inside my machine. I'd rather not resort to that particular case, because it's expensive and I can't replace it. So... you know, just an important thing. So I'll be checking that out this weekend and seeing if it works, and then from there, I guess it would be being able to coordinate time to like rejigger 5 terabytes across multiple drives, and copy it, make room on a specific drive to be able to unload onto one drive so that I can transfer it back and forth to, because you have to reformat Windows. You have to reformat your drives into a different format because NTFS, Linux does not like NTFS. So if you use basically the only drive system, drive format that that like Windows uses, yeah, Linux does not like it. So you have to use a different format. So that would basically mean I have to pull everything off those drives, like, one at a time, reapply it, and I also need a drive that actually has the space to hold an entire other drives of information. And. So, yeah, that's a fun process I don't want to touch. So, that's also been the other big thing that's been keeping me from, like, locking into Linux. I'll probably be keeping the dual boot just in case for whatever reason I need it, but still. But, yeah, that's the current situation. So, you know, I don't think I'll be hard locking this weekend, so we'll probably still be streaming on Windows come Sunday, but, you know, either way, it means I can start making that changeover. So, I am, in a sense, looking forward to that if it works. Oh, yeah, we have video game.
The journey so far. With the Guardian's might, the tree was cleared of corruption. But there were still ghosts that would be heard. Absalom, will you ride once more?
Okay, so last time we played Darksiders, the death video game with a death in it. We managed to finish the Maker area. So we did the Gorewood, which is over here in this area, and we did Blethier, who is over here, and the Nook. And we went down here to the Foundry, where we summoned the giant robot, and we did a oopsie and fucked up. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case. But basically we got the giant golem, and it turns out we shouldn't have put the piss crystal in. That was a bad idea. So we had to kill the giant robot and then reawaken it, and then it fought this thing and exploded in mutual destruction, and that let us go up to the tree, and the tree revealed we can now go to the spooky land of the dead, where we need to go speak to the king of the dead. Looked up a perfectly good golem's what you did, yeah. So, we went to the land of the dead and got that started, which was not much of anything. We met Ostagoth, the resident merchant for that area. But, off camera, and it took me about 30 seconds because it was right fucking here. Right here, this is the one place I didn't goddamn look. I got the one in the Drench Fort. So there was the Pages of the Dead. I finished the chapter. Here we go. Book of the Dead, Chapter 1. So we can now sell that to Volgrim. But yeah, it was literally just right here. Like, you just walk up to it and it's right there in this nook. There's nothing fancy. I missed the easiest one to find. Because of course I did. So, yeah. So we just need to go talk to Volgrim, who should be, like, 10 feet behind us. So we sell this to Volgrim, then Volgrim gives us a key, and then we use the key over at the Lost Temple. And then we will continue with the plot.
Come, I have new items, if you have growth.
Bone Key. Take this to the Forge Lands tomb. Unlocks many treasures. Alright. And that is over here. appreciate the dragon sword motif. Death Tomb. Skill point awarded. Ooh. Okay, that's a treasure.
I cannot. Impossible.
Oh, fabulous prizes indeed.
Impossible.
So yeah, I'm missing like one HP or something. Alright, we got a whole big pile of stuff now. And it is effectively a not level up. So, grab that. Because the first one is the substantive one. And then I can basically worry about this and this later. I want to work on getting this upgraded. So, let's see what we got. They all match level, which is understandable. Little arm blades of fire. Rock damage, strength, health on crit. Let's see. I don't think anything's beating the Maker's shot, really. Good resistance on that, though. Okay, so we want to keep the Sorcerer Cowl. Big pile of thorns. Looks cool, though. And Sorcerer Gloves. So, which aren't really worth using, and I got no pairs of shoes. Alright. I'm just using that for the XP bonus. Don't need that one. Alright. Oh. Let's invest into these. I don't need these. Less damage, crit chance. Sorcerer's gloves, yeah, I don't need these. If I take the defense, it means I don't have to worry about the Maker comparison at that point. That's not very useful to me. There's There's my defense resistance, so that'll make up for not using the Maker slice anymore. Brutal Glaive. I mean, not really what I was hoping for, but yeah, sure, I'll take the defense at that point. Alright, well, these are fully upgraded, so... At this point, I may as well move up to the claws, I guess. They're 13, so... Crit damage, crit chance, strength. Not really using this one. Ooh, no, that's freaking crit damage. And strength, arcane. Sure, I think arcane crit damage. Okay. I think we're looking pretty decent. Alright. Now that we've done all the aggressive menuing, I have spent my token. Let us return to Purgatory. This one. Hot inventory on inventory action. I mean, it kind of was, yeah. Oh, Ostagoth ran away. So. Okay, he's not here anymore. So... Things we can't get there because I don't have the ability for it. I'm not touching the layer of the Deposed King because that's A, way above my level, and also I don't have the tool to go in there. So, maybe we can, yeah. Skip to where we left off. Alright. Is that a permanent opening? No. Okay, then I'm not going that way. But yeah, having acquired things, I finally bothered to get around to retrying Darksiders 3. And it is fun. It's better than I remember it. Which, to be fair, that was like 7 years ago, which, holy shit. I did not realize that game came out 7 years ago. So, that's only moderately brain hurt. Gonna make me do this. Alright, sure. But yeah, no, I'm plugging away at Darksiders 3. It is not... I mean, basically my statement still holds up, but it is perfectly playable. Can't hear you with the sounds of bones turning to dust. Yeah, pretty much. There's also like a co-op, like, bullet type thing. So, that I hear is actually good. So, I want to give that a shot at some point. Ah. Welcome to the land of the beetle. I appreciate that he laughs when he does it. Or just stepped on things. Like, was also good on its own, you know, merit.
I cannot.
Massive. Thank you.
I cannot.
The detection in that in this game is a bit jankier. For whatever reason. Okay, I lack the portal gun to get over there. Otherwise, the other big thing that I've done this week is I have replayed Shining Force 1. Because I've been trying to convince myself to finally bother to play discs 2 and 3 of Shining Force 3. Because those never released in English. And there's been translation and it's been, like, done. It's been feature complete since, like, 2023, and I've just not really played it, and I kind of need to do that because that is a game that sits very firmly in my brain. But yeah, it was kind of refreshing coming back to Shining Force 1. A friendly reminder that if you ever play that game, and haven't before, you're gonna want Xylo. Xylo is your friend. Unequivocally. It turns out the werewolf with, like, infinite bulk and attack has the highest attack stat in the game. Has 7 base movement. And also, ignores terrain.
I cannot.
I ended the game with him at, like, level 24. So technically level 44, because he's been promoted one time. Oh, I see. Ah. Okay. Yeah, Xylo rules. How is fine? I definitely felt her fell off in, like, the last 2 missions. Oh, okay, yeah. Because, yeah, Blaze Floor is good, like, for the most part. It will economically kill most of the annoying enemy types in the game with 1 hit, because it does, like, 33 damage, and the weak units at the very end of the game have 28 health? So, they also resist ice magic, which is kind of Henri's one weak point, because she learns Bolt 2, and she has access to Ice 4, and Ice 4 is hilariously better than Fire 4.
Possible.
Ice 4 is 55 to 60 damage for 10 MP. Blaze 4 is 8 MP for 33 damage. Yeah, the maths kinda settled themselves on that one. Oh, whoops. Tau does gain access to boost instead of bolt, so that is its own usefulness. But yeah, boost is fine. I used it like twice. It's oomph. It does the job, but what you really need from mages in that game are damage. You need to be committing murder very aggressively. Am I on... Yeah, I'm on the other side of the breach. I never even promoted blue, which I feel a little bad about.
I cannot.
Okay, that just puts you out here. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I never ended up promoting blue, who is a dragon that you get at the, like, 2/3 mark. Blue is one of those, like, they're a flying physical attackers. They're like Balboroid, but, they don't get, they get, like, a fun, like, extra damage crit maneuver, if you can get them to crit. But you get blue at level 9, so he's not, like, completely useless, but he does still suck. When you evolve, when you actually, like, promote him, he becomes pretty decent. Because, yeah, again, a flying physical attacker is not a bad thing to have. The other option would be you could take Adam. And Adam is cool. I like Adam. But, again, you get Adam at the last combat of the 7th out of 8 chapters. Keeping an eye out for things. So yeah, you get him, like, the 6th, the last battle. Level 1. Unpromoted. So, needless to say, Adam kinda sucks. Like, mechanically is terrible. He doesn't get any weapons because he is a robot. He's a cool robot. I need to go... Okay. And then when he upgrades, he becomes a more complete, very chunky-looking robot. He also has a cool boosted crit move, which is laser beams. So instead of like a rocket punch, he shoots laser beams. Stuck me somewhere. But yeah, my final use for blue was that the final boss has a spawn, has an ad spawner on it. It has one on each side. So if you just, I just took Valveroy and blue on those. So I just took my flying lightweight and stuck them onto the spawner and just went about my business. Alright. I don't remember what's over here. I mean, I'm clearly sticking my nose in the wrong direction, so... Crit on that thing is whack. Yeah, okay, I need 2 mobility upgrades I don't have. Okay. This is extremely a do later.
I have to go alone.
Yeah, I got that. I got Shining Force 2 started up. I've gotten like 3 missions in. So far it's interesting in the balance difference in that your healer can actually do a bit of damage. Like, Sarah was actually whacking harder than my knight was. So. I know 2 introduced secret classes. So there is actually like a good, one of the best attack classes, if I remember correctly, is the secret healer option. They basically function like the special promotes in earlier Women games. Actually, no, the modern ones also kind of did that too. Where you get like a fancy item to get a special option instead. Like, I know one of the games locks up Dark Flyer behind an item over the regular like Pegasus promote.
I cannot. This is no place for a horse.
What do you mean it's no place for horses? It's a big big strip of empty space. Oh, there it is. It's a little annoying that Death can't aim at, like, this much. That is the highest level our Death can raise his arms. He's not even that hinge.
Fresh merchandise.
That would not be an honorable course of action. Alright. I still can't even use those yet. Yeah, it's 15. Yeah, I've seen other games we can't fire below 45 degrees, and it was a pain there too. Yeah. That seems to be a general consistency. Like, I'm not asking to completely vertical, but slightly better firing range would be nice. Ooh, actually, I want to save that for the this. Crit chance for energy on Butte, crit chance. Oh, it's already kind of stacked, right? Take the extra crit chance. Take the shock damage. Yeah, these seem to just be better than whatever these claws got going on. Are the Pathfinder wraps better? No, they're worse. Okay. 107 defense, which I don't think is worth the loss in 62 resistance, now that we're getting into areas where resistance kind of starts to matter. Okay, well, we have two options here. We have the claws, we have the arm blades. Knock damage, crit damage, health on crit. And then these are just better, like, crit monster option. Okay. Well, it's a decent alternative options if I need them. What do I got? I got the level 2 relic. Okay. Steeper angle? Steeper angle, yeah. Yeah, I know Dark Souls was a little goofy, but I mean, to be fair, you rarely needed to aim like that in Dark Souls. The thing you needed in Dark Souls was range more than like angle. If my memory is serving me correct. Yeah. Yeah, in Dark Souls 1, you can skip a bunch of things if you just have a bow. You can skip the final boss of the DLC. You can skip the Hydra. I still don't know how you're supposed to fight the Hydra properly, by the way. And you can fight the Mushroom Men. All without having to engage. But you have to kill the guy in the forest, which means risking dealing with the Mushroom Men. You know, you could have just hit it, right? That would have rung the bell better. Yeah, I like the cool serpent bastards with the spikes on them. Really good, I have to wait for it to melee and lop its heads off. Ah. I basically always just shot it with the bow from out of its range because it was such a giant pain in the ass. And I couldn't quite figure out what the game wanted me to do there. It's a shame because it swings through and over you. Yeah, and also if it hits you, or you're standing in the wrong place trying to hit it, then you fall into the lake and die instantly. It's like, yeah, you know what, this isn't worth trying to figure out. This is less difficulty and more pain in the ass. This kills John Dark Souls, yeah, exactly. don't like how the camera moves with certain objects. I see. Oh, it's spinning. Sliding around on me. Good enough, I guess. Good enough. I'll take good enough.
Impossible.
When it works, it feels good, anyway. This is not a game for sensible real-world construction of geography. Alright. Welcome to the Eternal Throne.
Chancellor sent you? Well, horseman. I've beaten death once, and I can do it again. I have no idea what you're talking about. Of course not. You still reek of hope. You couldn't have met the Chancellor. The Chancellor doesn't sound like much. For ages, his tongue has dripped venom into the dead king's ears. He all but sits upon the eternal throne, demanding service. Who are you? I am the Master of Blades, and all that remains of the warrior once called Draven, and the kingdom of man. I should have passed through the well of souls long ago. But I won my freedom in the arena, only to fall beneath the dead king's whip.
Whoops. You seem to have a lot of blades stuck in you. Anyway, yep, we have our new ability learner guy. Okay, yeah, right, you have to buy the sweet spot ability. Alright.
Listen.
Breaker. Alright, I want one blade.
You would have done well in my army.
One. Rising upper.
This was not expected.
The mall. A hammer.
The Pale Rider in the
I
flesh.
assume both are hammers then. Alright, so there we go.
On the blood of your enemies.
So with that, take mashers. There we go. I was like, I knew it was around here somewhere. So yeah, we now have access to sweet spots. Only on specific weapons, of course, but hey. For the time being, that is a useful thing. I never expect the shoulder blade, yeah. Alright. And then better call. Okay, so how do I do flip saw? In the air, RB plus X for X door and quick flip. Okay. Forward evade, then Y. Okay. Oh, okay, so you can, sure you can. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Good abilities to have. Well, if I find something to sell, then I'll be good.
No one disturbs the Lord of Bones without say of his Chancellor.
A rider in the kingdom of the dead? No, no, this will never do.
I must speak with the Lord of Bones.
That is not possible. My lord attends his realm, a burden beyond even your ken, horseman.
And what is your use? As a doorstop?
There is but one way to draw him from his slumber. The Gilded Arena. Here mortals are offered a last chance to earn freedom from the grave. A boon that includes an audience with the king. Defeat the arena's champion and return here with its skull. His Majesty will grant you an audience.
And where is this arena?
Ah, convenient. We may be arriving shortly.
Fret not, horseman. We have already arrived.
Let me speak to the Lord of Bones, and I will spare your champion. And perhaps you as well, Chancellor.
You cannot slay that which is already dead. But you're welcome to try in the arena.
Forget what I said about sparing you, doorkeeper. Tell me about the King of the Dead.
His reign is eternal, his word is law, and his time is invaluable. I ensure that he need only speak with those who are worthy.
Then you must rarely see him, Chancellor.
Death doesn't even try.
What does Echidna have to do with your kingdom? Last I heard, she had one of her own.
The Shadow Realm, Isalik, yes, where the Sisters Sightless spin their webs. Many of my lord's foes escaped there when his rule was still young. We hunted them down. Echidna herself barely escaped. Perhaps she took shelter here, and yet weaves her evil.
Your king is not the first to rule here, is he, Chancellor?
There was another, a creature called Argul, too mad to be kept upon the throne. I helped my lord be rid of him, and even destroyed a few of his servants. Tisk, tisk. What will my lord do without me? Do take care in the arenas.
Okay.
Should anything happen to you, I'm not sure if I could live with myself.
Okay, almost certainly, maybe, do not at all believe you.
Impossible.
So things breaking here at least. Anything in the mailbox? Gift from Anonymous. Offer you this invitation to complete the Crucible. Okay, I mean, I already did that. Okay. I'm getting used to smashing stuff because in Darksiders 3, that's where all the not the collectibles, but the like free potions and everything are just full in the crates. All right.
The Pale Rider in the flesh.
Since that might be my next weapon adjustment.
Impressive. You would have done well in my army.
You said you fought in the arena. Did you battle its champion?
Yes. And if you mean to tangle with that brute, you must be mad.
I seek an audience with the King of the Dead.
As I thought, mad. Nashor will tear you to shreds.
You survived the arena. Well, parts of you did.
Since I faced him long ago, Nashor has grown in power, fed on the rage and flesh of those who fall before him. I fought for life, to return and lead a great army that would conquer all. But here, I serve.
Yeah, maybe that's the
Draven,
best.
who never bowed to any man. That the dead king is something less is no comfort.
Call this the Kingdom of the Dead. I haven't met a corpse that hasn't tried to kill me.
There are creatures in this realm that will not stop at trying. I call them the Bloodless. Nightmares of claw and bone that cannot be slain by common steel.
There must be some way to kill them.
Bloodless are vulnerable to things of the spirit.
Like kills like, is that it?
Yes. And as the dead king is quite fond of his bloodless, kill as many as you can.
What
How
about
are
these bloodless?
formed?
We saw
Souls
some
must pass through
before
the city of the dead before they are reborn.
with the spooky
in
invisible monsters.
But some escape their torments to haunt other realms. Thus do the dead walk again, and the most corrupted of them become the bloodless. Their flesh can be destroyed, but their spirits resist killing.
Okay. 3 in each area, and I know where 2 in the Forge Lands are. Oh, upgrade. Health on execute. Yeah, that's 125 health regen. I don't remember how helpful health regen is. That's not a bad one. Inferno damage. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's go pick a fight with a big skeleton. Everyone's favorite. Love me a good 12-foot tall skeleton. Maybe say it, don't spray it, guys. It's not even the spirit of Halloween.
You know where to find me.
Here's a page.
I have wares aplenty, if you have coins to spare.
How did you get here?
A merchant knows many roads. Not all of them are shared with horsemen.
Savage.
Browse to your heart's content.
Do like the brutal look, the brutal arm blades. Alright. So, I'm here to sell. One skill point. Ooh. Oh, I have 6,900. Nice. Alright, I don't think the gauntlets of savagery are doing me any help here. I'll dish those. I like how the masher costs more than the gore would now. Despite being being 3 levels lower. Alright. I'm gonna ditch the Inferno Axe.
Until we meet again.
Alright, so I got a skill point. So. Alright, and we're what, 13, so 3 levels before we can get access to the duration boost. And extra hit chance. Okay. So I'll do grab the crit boost, and then start investing in getting these upgraded. I can also... Oh, right, there we go. Okay, there we go. We finally have a full skill wheel. Everyone who spend wrath on less efficient abilities, yeah. When I have juice to spare and I don't really care about my health. Let's see. Always just fall in the pit. Yeah, I'd like to get all the weapon trainings done. So that's where all our cash will be going. But good job, me. I used my eyeballs. Don't worry about checking out downstairs later.
Challenger enters the arena. But what does he seek? Absolution from death. No! This one yet live. Quiet! He would tell us his cause. Speak, Challenger.
I'm here to defeat your champion.
And so all challengers boast, but most leave in torment. Their souls burn from existence, and our champion all the stronger for it.
Enough! Bring out your champion.
There is power in this one, power enough to do as he claims. But our champion is no cur to be summoned at will. You must draw him forth. This altar holds his power. The souls of all he has slain and consumed. 3 animus stones must be placed therein. And our champion will arise.
Alright, we know the trick. Find 3 magic rocks, stick them in the thing. Yeah. Love me some rule of 3s. Okay, I can teleport over to the arena entrance. Alright. That's fine. I have the cash, so let us spend it. Alright.
Pale flesh. Impressive. You would have done well in my army.
Okay. So, good time for a manual save. I know the game auto saves reliably, but still. Doesn't hurt to be thorough. Oh, they might be in the basement. I think I remembered a reason why we couldn't go quite ready into the basement yet. I hear some mechanism opening. Nothing. Alright. Find door number 1. I thought those were blue sites. Arm blade. Alright, let's squeeze in one more upgrade on this thing. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna be lazy. Yeah, that's fine. do we have here? Opening to the arena. Alright. Door that was otherwise closed. Okay, looks like it's tied up in the arena. My memory is failing me. It'd be good around playing some more golf video game. I finally have my 250 backstabs, so I have the fun Reaper outfit. Let's go with my Billy Demon aesthetic. So. Well, nice of them to keep you from getting locked in that. I'm definitely enjoying Battle Golf more than I anticipated that I would. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know, it's fine. And like, oh no, I'm actually enjoying this a lot. Mostly because it's also on that thing of like, yeah, I don't really care if I win or lose at the end of the day here. Which is changing how I feel about it. Here. Okay, more progressions right here. I'm generally enjoying the new ice levels as well. Lots of good shenanigans to be done. I think the only other, like, notable thing that's happened this week besides, you know, punchy hard work, would be, I finally bothered playing Warframe again. Kind of showed up with like 12 hours left on the clock to get all the ephemeras.
Impossible.
I got two of the ephemeras and the 3 Signas from the last one. I did not care about the last ephemera. I have no use for 99 red balloons. If I'm entirely honest, I could not find a use for it. Like, I can't even think of one. So I just was like, whatever. Not worth the effort to put more on here. Yeah, that I can see, yeah. Because yeah, that one would definitely be an interesting one for that. I heard it. Sitting here hearing it the whole fight is bothering me. But yeah, no, I just didn't have personal use for that one. But I didn't bother. I'll probably start making an effort to get the frames that I'm missing, which I believe are, at the moment, just Temple and Folly. I think those are the only 2 frames I'm missing. I never finished collecting the heartstrings. Pretty good luck with Temple getting arcanes, yeah. I have so far had no luck with Folly. I've gotten 3 of the Encal bits, but I haven't gotten anything relating to her yet. There we go. I got all the Incaspinata Folly. Yeah. Like, I'm just not entirely... I'm not looking forward to the Folly grind, I'll be honest. Seems like an interesting frame, but what the game wants you to do to get her is not great. You either play it on standard and it's just boring, like, filler nothing, or you do it on Steel and it's just a giant pain in the ass. There's not really a middle ground on that. Not seeing anything in the nook. Alright. I think I can shoot. But yeah, I know I fell off getting pulled together, so that's on the list. Alright, big funny stone acquired. 2 more to go. Yeah, you can shoot skeletons in the cages. it's Beetle Town. Wish. Yeah, being able to inflict some of that with like cold or something would be pretty handy. Your heal keeps popping off while you're painting, as does Umbra. And that's fine, if not good, yeah. That's fair. I have found Revenant to be decent for that so far. And the Mesmer skin keeps you from getting all of your health drained from the ink pool effect. Doesn't stop your energy from getting drained, but it does stop your health from getting sapped. Which is distinctly helpful. Soul Arbiter Scroll. Right, I'm probably just gonna end up looking this thing up. Yeah, the Soul Arbiter's maze is the thing that goes up at the end when you find all the maze coordinates. I think the game keeps them as an item, so you don't really need to keep track of them for me. Yeah, the game keeps track of them. Quick hits, I guess. Seems like the general DPS on these is lower. Where? 1230 to 1079. Yeah, the Gorewood continues to be the best DPS. Very funny. Yeah, we'll use that for now. Why not? I just finished upgrading them. These don't have any crit chance bonus, but these have plenty of crit. Still not finding any better pants, but hey. But that's all of our possessed gear upgraded, so take that for now. Nothing up there. You do another possessed drop pretty much, yeah, at some point here. Oh, the passage was full of skeletons. And I'll take a level up. There we go. That means we can get access to these when they become available. And then time to just start dumping into getting unstoppable next. We'll see if the game is nice enough to give me another possessed. Spooky skeleton door. So, Goop is over there. Let's start with the direction that's open. Visible wall, my favorite. Alright, you look like you got something else in you.
Possible.
Sorcerer Glove of Thorns. I mean, they're cool looking. But they're still worse than what I'm using. Substantively worse.
I cannot.
Alright, need the bombs. Right, I keep forgetting you can't pick them back up. It's a little annoying. The goo ball is stuck. It is stuck. We almost have enough for another training session. Need the boat coin. I decided not to buy a new possessed weapon. So, that way. Gives me a page. So we're up to 2 of 10. Yeah, at the moment, my current works on Warframe is just killing another void band, so I have a set of... I have 20 heart, so I have 20 heart cells, so when the next... so when a Coda Bubonico shows up, I can grab it. I can just buy one and then pick up another one that's an adequate percentile rating later. What was that? Right, an Arbiter Scroll. Oh, I see. Or I don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. Give me a quick second to parse what I needed. This week was 25.1, so I ain't missing out. Yeah, I rolled over last night, so I just missed out on picking up anything. I'm not, like, worried about it. It was just one of those, like, yeah, I'd rather just have the heart cells for when I, you know, want to grab it. I also need to take the time to gather Forma. Because yeah, I am behind on supposed to open? Alright, the laser is hitting you. There we go. Weird bug. The first one was like 50%, so I grabbed that, yeah. Ghoul Saw 2, the Ghoulining will happen next on the list. Yeah, I didn't see one while I was doing other missions. So I just was like, whatever, I'll go deal with the boy band first, and then I'll worry about Ghoul Saw. I just want to be prepared for the Bubonico. when I get to it. I thought it said it gave me a skill point. Oh, the game just kind of got weird there, huh? Well, that was goofy. I don't know what happened there, but... I think Quanta is probably good, but I haven't busted out yet. I've been investing too much into other Quantas. I haven't even... I forgot about Tenet Quanta. There it is. Like, I remember one being in, like, a tricksy spot here. There was something in this stairwell that was in a rude spot. Yeah, on top of being behind on primes, I need to grab Forma. I'm very short-staffed on Forma thanks to all the Coda weapons. So I desperately need a lot of Forma right now.
Impossible. I cannot. Impossible.
Possible. Okay, so... Execution chance plus 20%, and health on crit. Okay. Not ready to kill an archer in here. These guys do a lot of damage.
Impossible. cannot.
I thought there was no skeleton archer, but yeah, maybe I killed it. Alright, I'll take the jewel encrusted horn, that's fine. Goes that way. Ooh, that looked like that was something. Alright, what did I pick up? More possessed arm blades. I'd really like a hammer, or an axe, but nope, the game's just giving me everything else. Passive health regen for having equipped? Sure. Take that over health on crit, sure. I assume regen is when damaged. I think health regen is just passive, slow health regen. I just don't know how much. I don't really know how much the number is an actual influence. I remember the game kind of left that a bit arbitrary. It was a bit of a problem. These are better sold at that point. Yeah, I've got 1600 health, yeah. It's still helpful, so, you know. Theoretically. Alright, well, don't worry about filling these out some more later. For now, hey. They do hot damage and regen. So. It is better than nothing. Boat coin. Oh boy. So many potions that I... Okay. Can't even use. Not even missing a point of health.
impossible. I cannot.
I'm too full to chug. Alright, okay, there. Okay. How do you want me to get over there? Gotcha. Buckler of Shock. There we go. Low chin. Alright, center room is now available for us to investigate. Wasn't even any skeletons that harangued us. That's rude. Maybe I wanted to punch some skeletons. Well, there's one.
You cannot win. Will be your brain. I will take your head.
Impossible.
Not the worst rate. I mean,
cannot.
for free healing, I'm not gonna argue. Yeah, yeah, 6 seconds is about right. Fine for out of combat, yeah.
I cannot. Impossible.
I like having my amenities when possible. Hi. More skeleton. Wow, you missed that one, buddy. Oh my god, they're popping out of the walls. too.
I cannot.
Well, that was a fun interlude. Yeah, skeleton waterfall. They just poured out of the bone wall. Your very average skeleton wall. Where you keep all your bones. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I thought, but maybe I'd check first. Lord Beetle. Ah, well, more the skeletons. That is one less large beetle. So yeah, this is a fun area. It's just all of my favorite enemy types. You got your bugs and you got your skeletons. What more could you ask for? Is there a bomb somewhere I can grab? Doesn't look like it. It's just gonna be slow. Slow. Okay. Alright, just about arena time, so let's save real quick. Alright. Oh, right, now I remember what I'm supposed to do for you. Oh, I forgot you turned into a wheel. Okay, you're looking a bit tougher now. There we go. Yeah, Unstoppable's doing me fine. Very Sea of Thieves. There we go. The health bar is a little goofy, but hey. Chaos Fang. These scythes bear the distinctive mark of the four horsemen, known as Chaos Fangs. The scythe reaps a heavy toll amongst enemies who are foolish enough to challenge death. Chaos Fangs resemble a weapon of the Horsemen of War, the infamous deadly Chaos Eater. Okay. Massive crit damage. Even with the massive crit damage, it's still a worse DPS than what I'm using. Yeah, we now have War's Sword as scythes. Let's see. Hold on to those for the moment. I need that. Better defense, no resistance. Oh, not really substantive in either direction, but it does have XP boost. Fine. That puts me up to 12% XP boost, which is non-trivial. All right. Okay, with that, we can just kind of warp our way back over here. Here's Ostagoth, so... sell... I picked up one of these. Which is enough for that. Don't need the Maker's Scythe anymore. The Possessed Claws are kind of worse than anything else I'm using. The Pauldron's kind of pointless now. Okay, I can afford a good fistful here.
The Pale Rider in the flesh.
Oh, I can afford all of them. There we go. Alright. Now have all of the sweet spot moves. Real sicko plan, selling your health potions. I'm not that desperate yet.
I was so hoping you would not return. What of the arena's champion, then?
He won't be entertaining you any longer.
No, impossible.
I believe your king will see me now.
I cannot deny you.
Cool, thanks. Oh, there's a relic behind your throne.
You stink of the living, horseman, of souls long overdue. You are not welcome here.
Pity. I was starting to enjoy the atmosphere.
Then you have not been here long. Billions of souls crowd my kingdom. All of humanity wailing for vengeance. But I see you are already familiar with such music. What would you have of me, horseman?
Show me the way to the Well of Souls.
And what do you seek there? Power over life and death? Or do you hope for absolution, Kinslayer? I wondered where the souls of your brethren had gone, for they never passed through my realm.
Your realm hardly needs more subjects.
True. Yet I must face this rabble without the lords who serve me.
That's not my concern.
Make it your concern, and I will grant your request. Find my 3 dead lords, and wake them from their slumber. This will bend them to your will. Return the lords to me, that they might share my burden.
The interdiction. I think that's just an item. Let me get back here. Thanks.
Do not fail me, horseman, or you will never return to the eternal throne, and your brother will be lost to you.
What do you know, my brother?
The seventh seal was not broken, but he was. His soul passed through this realm, burning with agony. Now it cools in the abyss, surrounded by void and silence. Soon, the Charred Council will be picking it from their teeth.
With your help, the Council will be denied. You have yet to teach me how to reach the well. I grow tired of these diversions.
If you want answers, why don't you take them? On this path, you do not serve the balance. And for that, you are denied your rightful power. Until you have it. You are beneath me.
You'll forgive me, Lord, if I don't bow. Why did your lords leave the Eternal Throne?
They seek what they cannot have. Something beyond both death and life. Oblivion. The cowards claimed it was already spreading, eating at the fringes of our realm. After I punished them, they fled to their pathetic strongholds.
What you speak of is corruption.
Name it what you will. It is not a threat to the lords of the dead. We have judged the fallen since the beginning of time. There is no power that can undo that.
Alright. Let's go cash in that.
You're wasting my time.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. There we go.
You know where to find me.
Alright, so I've got all the moves. So I just need to go to Rosier's tomb. Okay, it's just gonna point me to them one at a time then. Sure. Alright, we're up here. I need to get there. Alright. I saw a shiny. Just a bowman coin. Something over there. That is just another Pokemon. Alright. I am relatively loaded on those. Sentinel's Gaze. I forget what Sentinel's Gaze leads to. So here's a check while we're here. Oh boy, another pile of health potions.
Impossible.
Alright, 15, so this...
I cannot.
should be doable. Yeah, I really wish there was a bigger potion option. But, nope. You're always just stuck with 5. We could do better, game. Okay, I promise.
Impossible.
Some weapon racks in at least.
Impossible.
A lot of sights. Hmm. 33 health on Currit is pretty dense. Health regen on stuff implies a possibility of health regen possessed weapon down the line. Inferno is fire. That is hot damage. Inferno, shock, and frost, I believe. Right, did it specify it wasn't Just a second. This enemy's ablaze. Yeah, fire damage is different from Inferno. Don't know what the difference is then. Yeah, I had an axe with, or a mace with it. Sure. It's like more ways to heal. Okay. Yeah. Stop for a second. And check something. Oh, bird idol. Okay, damage types. Fire sets enemies ablaze, dealing dots. Inferno, the burn effect on the enemy is struck spreads to nearby enemies with splash damage effects. Okay, so Inferno is better fire. So it's fire plus splash damage. Ice slows things down, except bosses, except when that's not true. Alright, so yeah, frost just slows them down, and then ice completely freezes. Shock does the damage tick, and then lightning does increased stun effects and okay, and damage over time. Okay. Okay, so there is a distinction. So it is fire damage. It's just fire damage that also does splash damage. So if we're looking to put an element on a possessed weapon, then we want Inferno, Frost, or Lightning instead of Fire, Ice, and Electric. I can't really do the scramble while I have the thing in my hands, though. Maybe it'll let me? Be right here. I think so. Yeah. Well, we'll see if that does the trick. Don't think so. Trying to remember how the game wants me to get over here. It's definitely solvable, just the question is how. Do I need the other... I think I need the third ability for this. Because you can do that and then throw it here and then undo it and then bring it here. I can't shoot the thing that's up there either. Yeah, I think this might be incompletable. I thought the game would let me do this one, but I guess not. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later then. Because I can see how to do it with the other mobility tool, but not as we are now. But there might be something in it. Right, and then the boatman coin is over here. Okay, there's an arbiter scroll around here somewhere. Go. Okay, that opens that, which lets that turn that on, which lets us get up. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. I believe the way up is just right over here, so... Up, over... First things first, fries and... Oh, hey! The stone over the thing is very useful. Those are like... You can convert those into passive lumps of plus 20 defense or resistance. So, yeah, I want to find those if I can help it. Yep, I'm generally going to lean into survival. I am not a speedrunner. I have to compensate for being bad at video games some way. Alright, and then that'll turn the thing up upstairs off. Yeah. That's unlocking our grand prize. Alright, what we got here? Some blue sites. Okay. Sure. 3 energy per kill, too. Alright. Horn gloves. Sorcerer boot. I have 3 of 5. Alright. Getting there on the Arbiter Scrolls. There we go. Skill point awarded. So, for the map, yeah, I need to go here. Right. Come on. There is certainly some corruption here. This isn't just how the game does elevators, I don't know why. Like, the camera always gets funny here. Elevators need bad cameras and glowing rocks. Yep. These guys can just be executed and have to damage them. I like how we just need them. feeling it would work that way. Oh, I see. There we go. Just keep the gate open the hard way.
I cannot.
I can't tell if a chest is going to be completely full of potions or not, before I open it. Alright, this is 4-4. Okay. Okay. Got anything else for me, or it's not? I got some Krumi Scythe. Eldritch Hammer, Eldritch Buckler. Oh, look at the hammer. Yeah, nice crystal clubber. Take that. Kind of wish you could use more varied looking weapons, but for now. Alright. And some shoes that I need. Alright. Alright, drop me down to 4-3. here. Okay. Go to 2.
Leave, Osman, while you still can.
Rude. Not gonna let me go up there, huh? Alright, so I got 3 directions. Gladly take the page. That doesn't appear to be a way across. Nothing I can do here. Right, I remember why they're ordered. The interdiction does become a mobility tool. It's just a very specific one that kind of stopped working once you're through this. That's the map. It's not a key, it's a map. This game skips out on having to worry about the treasure. Treasure finder. Okay, and then... Okay, there's a decent enough length between the... Okay. Shoot that from there and then make the hop. Okay. There we go. Got it. Alright, give me that key. Give me. Oh. And in fact, just go into the pit.
Impossible.
There it is. Oh no. Oh, ghost ass. Man, we fought these things before in the last game. Alright, well, there's a new spooky enemy for the arsenal. Not they're particularly spooky like that, but, you know. Great. 3 is where we need to be. Significantly more blunderable, and don't deal anywhere near as much damage. Yeah, they are definitely a lot less dangerous. Cause yeah, they did like a quarter of Ward's health per hit. But this game is also RPG, so you know, completely different expectations of violence.
I cannot.
That's enough to warrant a small cutscene. Ah, shield bastard. You know, cool. Gilly owned that box for me. Love to deal with shield bastard. Everyone's favorite type of enemy. I'll take that, that's 3 grand. Okay. I still haven't found a pair of pants that's better than that, though. Also, what is this? Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's the thing that lets me deal with bloodless. Alright, understood. I know where 2 of them are, so... We probably bumped into all 3, but I only remember where 2 of them are. Bumped into some enemies, but I don't think I did. I'm enjoying the green in the background. I missed something.
I cannot.
Okay. One of this room just... Alright. Scroll. So we're what, 4 of 5 of these now? No, right, there was more than 5. I mean, glad I backpedaled. I see, okay. I understand now. I'll take the govern. Alright, that's behind door number 1. Inside. Okay. Anything I don't really need right now. Okay. Here. Here. go. It's free XP at this point. Why are you? Game? Now there's a soft lock, because I could technically bring a bomb from up there to, like, hurl this thing into where it's supposed to be. But I am kind of stuck here. There we go. Okay, never mind. I have freed the pylon. Okay. Turns out you can, in fact, just bring it to you. Okay, cool. I was a little worried for a second there. I thought that was going to be bring me to the pylon and not bring pylon to me. So, cool. We're good. Don't need to go that way. And this is where the interdiction room is, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad that that wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Thing I will not complain about. Like, I don't remember any, like, game-breaking bugs in this game, so... it should be a safe game to play. Here we are. I know the game's a bit janky, but not like, you know, generally game ruining kind of janky. Or two. Alright, Captain Skeleton Man. to PvP me in the Thunderdome.
Interrupt my slumber. You should never have left your grave.
Have a grave.
Do you yield?
Yes.
Then I will take you to your king.
I am yours to command.
Possible.
Alright. So, now we have third mobility tool. Interdiction.
I will serve as you wish.
And the grapple points. Alright, so if we go back down to the bottom floor, means that this one? Yeah, this one.
From dust I am reborn. As you
Oh, there.
command.
Bud. Again, the interdiction only works where there's spots for it to be used. So. It is selectively useful. Designed fun having zones, yeah, pretty much. Like, this is such a good area to have a good, like, axe and axe blade, whatever. Big weapon. The game will not hand me one. I just keep getting possessed to everything else. Here it is.
I will serve.
Give me the loot.
I cannot.
Let's just. Okay, let's just brute force shoot through everybody's health real quick. Helps if I can do something. Ease. There we go.
I cannot.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, this is the one game where having the fuck off mode button is not very good. I don't really know what determines Reaper damage, but it's not great. You're also not even invulnerable while in Reaper state, so it is rarely that useful. Alright. So, that's everything here. Because we need to go down to the Judicators too. Alright. Must have seen like a relic or something there. Does it make your tax wider? Yeah. That was kind of why I wanted it. 'Cause I don't have like a good tax for stuff right now, so. Sometimes you want something other than the shreddy arm blades. There we go.
as you wish.
Please pull that lever for me. Right, touching the green line turns off spooky friend. Okay. I think I see where it wants me to go there. Interest. I'm at the point in the game where I'm allowed to at least be a little picky about what I'm using. When. I'm pretty decent on these. 3, 5, 6. Okay, there's a lot more than I remember. Finally, a swinging weapon with the same DPS. I cannot believe it. Actually, it's a worse DPS, but yeah, substantively worse, but hey. Big slappy stick. The game's not giving me much anything that's much better. Lose a bunch of resistance, I get a bunch of defense in return. Let's see. That is probably worthwhile. As long as I don't sell the maker stuff, it's fine, because that's a decent resistance outfit, so. As long as I keep them around. Again, we haven't encountered too many things that actually do magic damage. I lose the strength, though. Yeah, I'm doing fine. If I really need the defense, I'll put it on. But for now, I'm holding up just fine in this maker armor. Ah. I hear it. Gun. Right. So I can go. Here. Ow.
Impossible.
I'm sure there's some kind of side quest that opens up into this. Alright. Ow? I'm stepping foot into it so that I have it marked for later. Yeah, Soul Arbiter's Maze. And then I can't get in there until after I get down here. Alright, just poking my nose around before I get there. My meds are finally starting to wear off. Yeah, we haven't bumped into where Kidna is.
Place for a horse.
I think she's in the Soul Maze. Right. Alright. Portal room, I can't do anything with. Open coin, I'm not gonna make a fuss about. That it? I guess that's it. Cater's tool. Alright, so I now have the fast travel here, so I'm gonna... So we have like a half-hour stream. I'm gonna take a quick detour here. I know where a thing is. So I'll stop and go check out what some of those bloodless are. There's one in the ford and there's one in the main area. So, we're gonna go here. We need to equip this thing. Alright. There's something nearby. There you are. Okay, so what we want is down here. I forget if it's on the lake or at the edge. It is around here somewhere. Yeah, it's either over there or on the way here. Oh, wait, I think it's up top. I think it's one or the other. It's one of those three. Yeah. Yep, there you are. Okay. I forget what the last one is. Okay, it's in the woods. Okay. That's a search I don't mind. Yeah, I figured we can get these guys knocked out here. They're in here. Yeah, I'm like, I know I saw the third one. Just didn't remember where. Wood somewhere here. I don't really understand when it actually does or does not count towards doing damage with the rush. Come on around here. Alright, I'm good at like tracing back and forth somewhere on like a little hilly spot. Right. He's in here? There's something. Yep, there it is. There we go. Okay. Where am I hearing it from? There you are. So that is all the bloodless here. Oh yeah, one more level we get the last vapor gauge bonus. don't think there's anything else we really need to be doing here. No. Alright, let's get ourselves back to the land of the dead. Okay, we need the last mobility tool to get in and finish this quest. Okay. Just making sure. There's currently only one we can really access right now. I'm not gonna worry about it, but we got the forge lands done. Okay. Sentinel's Gaze might be where our kidney is. Post King is where the ghoul is. Serpent's Peak. Okay. I can sell some of my crap to Ostagoth at this point. In the neighborhood. Do you give me anything for partial credit here or no? No. Okay. Oh, right. Put the right amulet on too.
All new items from lands near and far.
Okay, so
A fair price.
take cash. Anything I need.
Use of this.
On that, don't do that. Well, this one's much better.
A fair price.
The glaive has crit chance, all none of that. Shock damage.
Yes, I'll make good use of this. A fair price.
Alright. That's... Dual Scythe of Shock.
I'll hold on to that. Alright, well, I'm sitting on a stack cash for now, at least. Probably decent wrapping up time. Before we get into a new dungeon. I don't really have time for a whole nother one at this point. Alright, so I think we'll wrap up here for now. So, anyway, yep, hope you guys enjoyed some more Darksiders 2. I'm having some fun with it. We'll be doing more of this on Sunday, and then we got more Pokemon on Monday, so look forward to that. And yeah, good night. Catch you guys later. Bloop.